Hello, folks. This is Elstree Calling, and yours truly, Tommy Handley, announcing. Wonders will never cease. Now, think of broadcasting, if you can bear to think of it. Think, I say, and having thunk, think again. I mean to say, think of me here and you there, and nothing in the world but ether between either of us. I'm sorry, either of us. Then think of the cinema. Pretty ladies, beautiful girls from Hollywood and Shoreditch and Ashby de la Zouch all step right up to your door by this marvelous invention of television. Dropped into your lap, as it was. How? When? Where, rather? Now, you in your theatre are privileged to hear and see for the first time an all-star vaudeville and revue entertainment televised from our studio at Elstree. Now, hold tight to your cat's whiskers. I'm just about to switch you on to the largest movie-o studio in Europe.
show you. The first time in any home.
Well, come on, let's see it.
Wait a minute. Here it comes. Look.
You have just heard and seen little Teddy Brown and his band playing to you a popular tune.
Yeah.
Now, talking of Teddy Brown, I have something rather interesting about him here. The fat stock prices... I'm sorry, that's wrong. Where is it now? Oh, here we are. A large balloon came down in Oswald Twistle, and the... no, I'm afraid that's wrong, too. Oh, here we are. A list of winning jockeys. I'm awfully sorry, I've mislaid it somewhere. However, I must tell you about it later on. Well, now you're going to see and hear the Three Eddies, the black-faced trio from Blackbirds.
I can get it better.
And they're going to demonstrate to you...
Why didn't you leave the thing as it was?
Well, it's never done this before. Here. What's his mother doing in here? You've been letting them kids get at it.
No, I never. Come on, come upstairs and hear Jack Cox's set. You can hear something on that and see.
Here.
Come on.
You've got to stop here and give me a hand.
How are you getting on, Jack?
Fine, all right.
Why, George downstairs says he's the first time in any home.
Go on, Mother. Just waiting for the Three Eddies now.
I must have a look at the Three Eddies.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before the Three Eddies, I wait.
Helen Brunel and the chorus ladies from the Adelphi Theatre Review, The House That Jack Built, will sing to you My Heart Is Saying. Now, speaking to the male section of the audience, I would like to mention that I have the names and addresses of all these young ladies and can be found any Saturday night at any police station.
you got anything yet? Gee whiz, hurry up, Lily. Morris is coming on next. Look sharp, you'll be too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will be my pleasure to present to you Shakespeare in a manner befitting his great... I say, ladies and gentlemen, I've a very difficult job here because the management has... Well, anyway, my contract stipulates that... well, you see, they don't want me to do my Shakespeare, even though I've told them that you can make Shakespeare just as entertaining as Lily Morris, who's coming on next. And well, I'm going to show them whether they like it or not, and I'm going to show you whether you like it or not, because Shakespeare is undoubtedly...
Why am I dressed in these beautiful clothes? What is the matter with me? I've been a bridesmaid for 22 brides. This one will make 23. 22 maidens I've helped off the shelf. No doubt it seems a bit strange. Being the bridesmaid is no good to me, and I think I could do with a change. Why am I always the bridesmaid, never the blushing bride? Ding dong, wedding bells only ring for other girls, but one fine day, oh, let it be soon, I shall wake up in the morning on my own honeymoon. 22 times I have been to the church, followed the bride up the aisle. 22 maidens have answered, I will, meaning I won't all the while. 22 couples I've seen go away, just in an hour on their own. 22 times I have wished it was me, I'm gone back home to mother alone. Why am I always alive, never the blushing bride? Ding-a-dong, wedding bells only ring for other girls, but one fine day, oh, let it be soon, I shall wake up in the morning on my own honeymoon. I had a good chance a week or two back. Took my young man home to tea. Mother got playful and gave him a pinch. Yes, pinched my fine Nancy for me. Being a widow, she knew what to do. No use for me to complain. When they got married today, if you please, I was only the bridesmaid again. Why am I always the bride, never the blushing bride? Ding dong, wedding, only ring a I shall wake up in the morning of my own honeymoon.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a little surprise for you. You're going to hear our latest and greatest hyper, super, all stereoscopic, all singing, all dancing, all sneezing, all talking, and all thrilling thriller. This production is the most stupendous, the most awe-inspiring, the most piscatorial production ever presented to the public. The book is by Ananias, and the theme song by Carbonate of Soda, and the additional lyrics by Gum, starring those well-known film artists, Jameson Thomas, John Longden, and Mrs. Woman. Now, the flat has been furnished by Hamptons, and the cigarettes by the wayside, and dirty work by Crossroads, and no flowers by request. The whole production under the personal supervision of Messrs. Freeman and Hardy, assisted, of course, now and again by Willis.
Why don't you make up your mind and let's get away? What are you afraid of? You still want to choose between your husband and me?
My God, I'm in the wrong flat.
I'm a sergeant major, I'm a man of war. When I'm in a race, how I wrestle roar. I deal with soldiers and my company. Why they go to hell for me? I'm a Protestant, we're up again. I took star on parade and walked to see the way. I command and they obey. I may seem up on a title rock, but that's the way I live. I dwell in pride and stand in pride, and I took star on parade.
The young ladies you have just seen are the Charlot girls, personally picked by André Charlot, the well-known review producer. Incidentally, I have picked out one or two as well. Anyhow, that's by the way, as the man said when he threw his wife out of the charabanc. Now I'm going to switch you on to Russia. Now, Russia, as you know, is, well, it's full of Russians. And if you want to go there, you just take a tram to India, then take the first turning to the left, then fall over the precipice and go straight on, and behold, you are in Russia. Ah. I will now show you how to juggle with 3 balls with the left hand.
Recently, that Bernard Shaw wrote a new play. Now, this play was produced with tremendous success.
Are you Mr. Halbert?
But, yes.
Oh, that's splendid. I've got a letter of introduction.
Oh, dear. Dear sir, the bearer of this is a man I've known for many years. He is the most efficient man I've ever met. His reliability is unbounded. His integrity is above suspicion, and he is altogether the most versatile man you'll ever come across. Who wrote this?
I did.
Oh, dear.
But that's en passant. Now, no man can succeed today without making quick decisions.
No.
I've scrutinized myself thoroughly, and nothing will shake me in my conviction that I am the very man you want. I haven't made this decision without careful deliberation and thought. You may not know exactly what you want me for, but that is where I can be of an estimable value to you, in pointing out the vital things you lack.
Now sing the chorus.
Oh, dear, 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 dear. Interruptions are a waste of time. Time is too valuable. Today, everything is speed. Mental efficiency is the crying need of this moment. I said mental efficiency. Has it ever occurred to you that one of your feet is larger than the other? Has it ever occurred to you that your nose is not straight? Have you ever lain awake at night pondering over these problems? Now, I tell you that what this country needs is better methods of salesmanship. Lloyd George has said it, Baldwin said it, and I've said it. Push and go, that's what our salesmen need. Trustfulness, energy, have driving force. Get your point home, never take no for an answer. Trustfulness, insistence, and courtesy. We must adapt our goods to meet our customers' needs. Alter our models, give them what they want. Flexibility, inventiveness. Send ambassadors of trade everywhere. And let this be their slogan. Reliability, fair prices, and courtesy. Isn't the model obvious? Everywhere we're losing our markets, but I have the remedy. Plenty of capital, plenty of credit, plenty of courtesy. The entire press of the country agrees with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say the entire press of the country agrees with me. Now, they will tell you, I said they will tell you that the only way to save our trade is by advertising, blowing our own trumpet, and courtesy.
Now, wait a minute. Now, do you know, have you any idea Do you know, has it ever occurred to you, do you know what has made sunlight soap famous? Do you know what sunlight soap is useful for?
Yes, I do know.
Do you know
Another
the
thing I'll
percent...
tell
Wait
you.
a minute, I'm telling you now. Do you know that the output of Austin cars is between 600 and 700 a week? And do you know why? Because it's due to energy, push and go, and plenty of courtesy. Now, wait a minute. What's the matter with you now? Now, you came up to me just now and you did that, didn't you? Yes. And then you did that. Yes. And then you did that. Yes. And then you did that. Now, I don't mind that, and I don't mind that, and I don't mind that, but don't do that. And I won't have it. I understand that. Now, look here, I say. Don't be a silly big boy. Don't be a silly big boy. You silly big boy. Now, there's a lot in what you say. I'm very pleased to have met you indeed. Put it there. Yeah! Hey! 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 Right, hey! I cannot tell you how glad I am to have this unique opportunity of thanking you for your courtesy.
Well, as Shakespeare says in Scene 2, Act 1 of Macbeth, what bloody man is that?
We were very lucky the other day to catch Mr. Will Fife, the famous Scots comedian, just before he embarked to America. As a matter of fact, we found him on the quayside at 6 o'clock in the morning trying to get a workman's ticket. Anyhow, we rigged up our recording machines and cameras and persuaded Mr. Fife to give us a short lecture to the country at large on whether Scotch whiskey loses its flavour when taken in +4s. And now for a little Scotch. Talking of Will Fife,
Goodbye, boys. Come on. Goodbye. Goodbye, Jock. Hello, my wee son. Man, that's off with you. Goodbye, the whole lot of you. Wonderful. Well, that's wonderful. You know, goodbye, lads. Goodbye, Jock. Goodbye. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. You know, it's wonderfully kind of these fellas, you know. They've all come down to see me off. I'm sailing on the Leviathan, away to America. I always call it the Leviathan. I know so many of the owners of the boat. Of course, mind you, I've been to America before, you know. Oh, I'm going out there to collect again. Of course, somebody's got to get it back again. But I'll never forget the day that the wife and I landed in America on the first visit I made there. We landed at the custom house, and you know, it was very funny. I was told to get ashore quickly because most of my luggage was leaking. And then we got ashore, and I got one of the 40 thieves in New York, you know, one of the taxi drivers. And I said to this guy, I said, how much will you charge me to drive me to the Biltmore Hotel? Oh, he said, $1.50. I said, what about my luggage? Oh, he says, we always take the luggage in America for nothing. So I sent my luggage up to the hotel, and my wife and I, we walked up. And you know, we had a wonderful time over there. Mind you, a very expensive place. Most expensive. Do you know, it cost me $5 in 3 days. And mind you, that's nearly £1. Of course, mind you, I had my wife and my manager with me, and of course, you can understand. But mind you, I wasn't always lucky in New York. No fear. I had an operation when I was there. You see, they had to take a piece of bone out of my left leg, which they still have, in a bottle with a label on it. And the bottle says, the only thing that we ever got out of a Scotchman. Of course, I was unconscious at the time, and they'd never have got it. But a funny thing happened during the operation. You know, I was in the operating room, and I came out of the chloroform a wee bit too quick. I was still in the operating room, and I noticed that the blinds had been pulled down, and I didn't like the look of it. So I said to the doctor, an Irishman by the by, I said, what's the idea of having the blinds down? Oh, he says, that's all right, Scotty. I said, I want to know. He says, well, I'll tell you why the blinds are pulled down.
He says, during the operation we were performing on your leg, the hotel across the road went on fire, and we thought if you woke up and saw the flames, you might think the operation hadn't been a success. But it was, mind you, and I'm very glad to be able to go back again. Of course, mind you, there's an awful lot of Scotch people going over to America now, you know, and no wonder. Look at the price of the food. Have you noticed that? Man, I heard a workman in Glasgow in the Gallagher the other day speaking about this. Just wait a minute. I'll tell you all about it. It's really high time that something was done to alter the way that the country is run. They're not doing things in the way that they should. Just take, for instance, the price of the food. It's 12 and a tanner a bottle. Aye, that's what it's costing today. 12 and a tanner a bottle. Man, it takes all your pleasure away. Before you can get a wee drappy, you have to spend all that you've got. Ah, how can a fella be happy when happiness costs such a lot? Ah, it's terrible, you know. This is disgrace to Scotland. Now, I used to go out with some old friends of mine when whiskey was cheap and it went down like wine. No, I never meet them, I'm sorry to tell, for I chip round the corner and I drink by myself, since it's 12 and a tanner a bottle. Aye, that's what it's costing today. 12 and a tanner a bottle. Och, it takes all your pleasure away, and before you can get a wee drappy, you have to spend all that you've got. Ah, how can a fella be happy when happiness costs such a lot? I tell you, 12 and a tanner a bottle. That's what it's costing today. 12 and a tanner a bottle. Man, it takes all your pleasure away, and before you can get a wee drappy, you have to spend all that you've got. Ah, how can a fella be happy when happiness costs such a lot?
Showgirls wanted on the set immediately, please.
Oh, all right. Come on, girls, come on. Hurry up, hurry up.
As a matter of fact, this is the only chance I've got of coming on to tell you a bit more about the Shakespearean act which I'm going to present later on. For as you know, Shakespeare is usually presented in a rather dull and uninteresting manner. Take, for instance, the famous soliloquy from Hamlet, in which Hamlet himself says to be, or not to be. To be, or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of an outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end 1,000 ills the flesh is heir to. to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. But when you see my version, which I am determined to present, in spite of the management, you will notice that in that version I give you romance, pathos, mother love, sex appeal, youth, drama, and above all, patriotism. Do you remember those wonderful words which Shakespeare put into the mouth of Henry V at the Battle of Azincourt when he said, "Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more, and fill up all this gap with English dead. Breathe there the man with soul so dead that never to himself has said, England, my England."
Any luck, we're going to have Teddy Brown next. That set's going marvellous upstairs.
Yes, but there are sets and sets. Here, Emma, pass me that soldering iron.
Whoa!
if I want to. It's my band. And don't you annoy me now, or I'll scream.
Oh, will you?
Yes, I will. Now, listen, I'm going to show you something that I've been practicing. Did you ever hear a locomotive leaving its young?
I don't think so.
No. If you boys, you guys around now, I'll show you. Listen.
Just like it.
Yes, I know. I thought it up before. Yeah. Now, listen, did you ever see a Hebrew parade?
No.
You didn't? Did you ever see a Hebrew parade? I got one on you. To the bank. To the bank. To the bank. To the bank. Funny, huh? And did you ever go along on a Sunday and hear something like this? I'm going to show you how to drum up a real band, you know, something full of pep. Jazz. Yeah, you know, jazz.
It's all fixed, and in a very short time, you are going to see Shakespeare, 100% entertainment. And ow!
You know, it's funny how they know where to find me. As a matter of fact, they want me to read the weather report, which I missed out last time. However, here it is in brief. Today's weather report from the Air Ministry. There is a deep depression travelling from the north, and my mother-in-law arrives here tonight. A cuckoo was heard in Iceland this morning, which is considered a good sign for the future of the new pineapple crop in Vladivostok. Snow fell in Limehouse last night, owing to the fact that there was nothing to hold it up. Now, apart from these facts, I understand that Mr. Jack Hulbert of the Adelphi Theatre is of the opinion that we ought to have a little opera in this review. Now, as you know, Mr. Hulbert has had his voice trained by the well-known Swiss yodeler, young Frau. And he has collected 3 friends of his from Covent Garden. He doesn't say whether it's the opera or the market. However, they're going to indulge in a little 4-part harmony.
You'll say to me, I love you. Never be blue, happy we'll be, just sweet love. You'll say to me, I love you. Never be blue, happy we'll be, just sweet love. Say to me, I love you. Never be blue, happy we'll be, just we. We'll be and cool like sweethearts do, and when we're Mammy!
When you pick up your Sunday morning papers, it's nearly always trouble that you read. Man and wife always having strife, for separation each of them will plead. Now, if the woman only used a little bit of tact, with happiness they always would be blessed. Do the same as I do, and you'll never ever row. Believe me, my old man's one of the best. I wake him every morning when the clock strikes 8. I'm always punctual, never, never late, with a nice cup of tea and a little round of toast. The sport in life and the winning post. I make him nice and cozy when I toddle off to work. I do the best I can, for I'm only doing what a woman should do, 'cause he's only a working man. That's all he is. At 6 o'clock when public house is open, like a hero he'll get out of bed and then off he'll go to the pub, you know, and mixes with his fellow working men. He lectures them on labour, says God bless the working man. By everyone my husband is admired, comes home and has his supper, then goes into bed again and falls right off to sleep, worn out and tired. I wake him every morning when the clock strikes 8. I'm always punctual, never, never late, with a nice cup of tea and a little round of toast. The sport in life and the winning post. I make him nice. Goodbye, Jack. Off to work. I do the best I can, for I'm only doing what a woman should do, 'cause he's only a working man. I wake him every morning. With a nice cup of tea, a little and a sport in life. I make him nice and cozy, then I toddle off to work. I do the best I can, for I'm only doing what a woman should do, 'cause he's only a working man.
Hello, children.
Hello, children.
Hello, children.
This is Uncle Pantechnicon calling. And now I wish to wish all children a very, very happy birthday, especially the following. Rip Van Winkle, Peter Gurney, Peter Davy, Peter Robinson, Uncle Tom Cobley, and all. And now, a little bedtime story for the chicks. There was an old woman from Chester who... I'm sorry, I'm awfully sorry. I shouldn't have said that, really. As a matter of fact, the thought never entered my head, which, incidentally, is the title of the duet that Jack Hulbert and Helen Burnell are now going to sing to you.
I never thought that such a miracle could be my lot. I cannot tell you what a pleasant thrill I got. Love at sight on such a night. Believe me, the thought never entered my head. Then you smiled and spoke to me. I thought I was dreaming. I seemed to be all at sea. Then you held me in your arms and kissed me. I'm with a start and I'm blessed. I knew that I loved you, that you would love
Hear the last one? Beautiful. The three-head is next.
Well, I'm going to get him soon. Coming up lovely. It's coming. It's coming. Ha!
Dancing may be this and that, make you lose a lot of fat, but I'm no friend of dancing when it's hard. So if you are a dancing fool and love to dance but can't keep cool, bear in mind the ideas that I've got. When it gets too hot for comfort and you can't get ice cream cones, tain't no sin, take off your skin and dance around in your bones. Feel the lazy syncopation of the music softly moans. Tain't no sin, take off your skin and dance around in your bones. The polar bears are clean up in Greenland, they've got the right idea. Their native faith to refrigerate while we all remain down here. Just like those bamboo babies in the South Sea tropic zones. Tain't no sin, take off your skin and dance around in your bones.
Well, hello, everybody. At last we've found room for Mr. Calthrop to do his Shakespearean item. Mr. Calthrop, as you know, is the greatest Shakespearean actor in captivity. He had a very large and extensive training at Stratford-on-Avon, and his name is inscribed to this day on the slate of every public house in the town. He has chosen for his subject tonight the Taming of the Shrew. Why, I don't know. In which he will do his marvelous impersonation of Douglas Fairbanks. He has really shown good taste in choosing for his leading lady, Miss May Wong. And now for a little Shakespeare.
A daughter called Mary? I mean, Catherine?
I have, and have need to pray.
Gaze upon me, then, and go tell her Doug has come to woo her.
My daughter is yonder. Well mayst thou woo, and happy be thy speed.
Whom lovest thou? Thee, thou fool! Who art thou? I, William Shakespeare.
Excuse me dashing in like this, folks, but I've a very urgent message for you. Will Tom Jones, who ran away from his wife and 2-month-old baby in Australia 22 years ago, return at once, when the said baby will knock his block off. Anyway, let this be a lesson to you all, and don't be persuaded too much by the excellent way in which Miss Cicely Courtnidge will sing to you, I'm Falling in Love.
His voice is vibrato and mine is staccato. Who threw that tomato? I fall
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good blind old Riley.